Inti emsa former men sanso emwamu wakwaba efama or sport GHL YouTube. Nyamia do me sanso anyway she be quite unusual because and then komo bi aba me pese be a few demonstrations bi kakra. Me read about the stories no e dey atoa so nti na me in a bit unusual way. Me demonstrate our board no so that you will understand it very well because visuals. I can explain, but visuals and I can't links spice it up. It makes you understand very well. You know, me baby di home come. We have the stories I can so Eddie Weber. Now, of course, the convo is about Lamine Yamal and Inter Milan conversation about right from last week. Now Inter Milan for no, you know, a real game, you know, conversation about Lamine Yamal, how he was able to, you know. Me person me use words be, but on my Inter Milan defenders, you understand. And then Utie Simeone Inzaghi or say they have a plan. They have a plan for Lamine Yamal, and they are going to double up on Lamine Yamal. So, question is it. Inter Milan, having watched Lamine Yamal dismantle their team, say obviously they have a plan. After crowd, also double it up. Is it possible? That is why I say. Me have here a bit of conversation, kakra. Then we move on to the next thing that we want to do. Maybe I try to the Micho Yasi. Inti my men on board not so quickly. Nafi, me don't have a conversation, kakra. Okay, inti me pamcho. I hope say you can see it. Me you saw this as Inter Milan way Barcelona. Won't say Inter Milan sets it up in a 5 at the back, 3-man midfield. Make 3 hopefully. Hakan Chahanoglu, what I say, on one ebo midfield, no, maybe I fancy Nicolo Barella, just a demonstration, 3-man midfield, and any Lautaro Martinez was 38 training, so meaning say, on Thuram, Marcus Thuram, never this position. So quite obvious, Omuni, almost set up in the Barcelona ball in a more for 4-2-3-1. The 4 at the back, and likely say Ebia Eric Garcia and Aruna Arroyo, preferably Eric Garcia Bejina 2, Gerard Martin Bejina ho, 2 center halves of Inigo Martinez and Pau Kubasi. This is going to be the number 6, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, because Lewandowski best starts the game from the bench and Rafinha. And to me, I use this as a demonstration because coach and say they are going to double up on Lamine Yamal. In the first leg, one of those things I mean who say Hansa flex the sun and Sakakra. How a more approach game. Na debi ameka say Barcelona for no normally send your man for see organize no Barcelona for so they a bit different kakra. Let me tell you, fan say Barcelona for na have a possession. And a Barcelona for air ball ni na. Barcelona in possession, they are playing very well. Meaning, say, I'm just creating a scenario. Omaka Inter Milan for na kugu. Listen. So this is the movement of Barcelona. I feel say I was say okay. Number 9, Eba Bejinaha. Number 10, Emuvubaha. Preferably, Emope in between the lines. Now, ideally, Rafinha say normal game na Eba. So called wings. But in Barcelona's game, he also moves inside. Senebea, Gerard Martin, and Ebek occupies our wings. Mitchell said Barcelona overload you. Have Lamine Yamal any Lamine Yamal no ono bekwaha. Ono so inti sene afinya eba inside Lamine Yamal do on my inside do ono ba begina ha. Sene ono be bie game ni mu. What you say? Then the midfielder, which is Frankie de Jong, Bejina, Pedri, the Jumani Sinier. Now, after I ate 3 at the back because already Gerard Martin echo. Preferably, normally I not just Kundi on a beba on the Bejina. Now, I say highlight, I say. This is how Barcelona sets up. Or more pressure, say no more. Now, I want to have this conversation with you. It is a question is say, you better solve this problem. This is why I want us to have a conversation. Say, Inter Milan of us on the stopping Lamine Yamal. Say, first leg no ade Inter Milan safa pa Barcelona settle o game nim say essence the Barcelona person dey be omde on place be gu ha inti debia no Bastoni nie you cannot follow Lamine Yamal inti Bastoni chi so no so back central se na be ya e be 1v1 o metinya handle Barcelona for place no me ba chwa ti ase eye say isusu a wonim say once Dani Olmo moves into this position of for Bastonia e be ya Dimarco versus Lamine Yamal 1v1 be Lamine Yamal good o be fun easy and also so Inter Milan dey impede because when me say ojai Dimarco edema Lamine Yamal o be fun easy kra o be fun easy into the side dey on pene mano e man fun easy so they want to prevent this 1v1 situation because Barcelona quality in terms of 1v1 chain Inter Milan how they be able to handle them. And see what they normally do is that and yeah hakancha holuglu wono instead of so be hangi up midfield ha no because you school they no gina ha no as I say oba be boa Dimarco into ono be follow her. But what I say because say Jai Dimarco Chahanoglu said Chahanoglu nko agina ha na yema Bastoni mom e na be boa no a Bastoni kope nature say sorry o be ni Bastoni kope nature say Dani Olmo enya sa free chance no nti sade dey be o dey wo be stay with Dani Olmo nti ho aka Chahanoglu mom na be ba ha se na be ya oba be boa me ba cho what dey me cho yes so in the first league, this thing I saw it several times to say Chahanoglu the position ha. And nothing I will check go na that Lamine Yamal fine na or share na of a ball from her and obe share Chahanoglu and or chini easy and or Kelly Bono a share. Until the piano the position here because of how Barcelona put it almost 3 players way Rafinha, Ferran Torres, Dani Olmo centrally in incident. Oh yeah, Bastonia you cannot move. Until say now, Barcelona being so intelligent, and yeah, Sadia, me can't they see first league, one of those things about that Lamine because a Drew said at some point in time, now Lamine Yamal a break a crack. It's a Sadia, just Kunde, also bra, instead of hold up 3 players which you want just Kunde, be movie up a crack. Abe boa Lamine Yamal. Inti se o move up obe occupy some space we. Now, it sounds say you slow Lautaro Martinez counter attack into no. Once Juskunde moves in here, Frankie de Jong eba be say. Inti ensasai. What you say ensasai. Obetimi ama Frankie de Jong abaha, not the Juskunde abaha. But Frankie de Jong only sa pace no a Lamine Yamal bobo na to obe run near ba be for year cross no. What I say only sa honden no. Inti Frankie de Jong umom break na Juskunde imagine say na be ya or the ball to me be boy. Inti once Barcelona moves in here, aye 1v1 na Barcelona airpen no. The same way ne be. Inti say Inter Milan say ubetimi a chese bia wo twe Lautaro Martinez eba deep. Inter Milan were finding it difficult, especially when Barcelona settled. Because yes, here, Juskunde betimi afichire pass ba Juskunde betimi afichire akwa. In any ways, Juskunde susu betimi abaha Lamine Yamal susu ako inside. What I say? In the first leg, almost society he kept on rotating Juskunde and Frankie de Jong depending on how Lamine Yamal fair. Now, back again to the second leg. It is a CN dia. No coach said they have a plan for Lamine Yamal. They are going to double up because in the first leg, double NDA, it looks like we saw snippets of it. And if they are going to double up there, then they would have to defend so deep because Chahanoglu so instead of just staying here and watching this piece, as I saw bad deep, never yet to say. Say two say so advantage Barcelona. Advantage Barcelona wanna say Semienu abafa Lamine Yamal. Spaces wo. Watch I say Frankie de Jong, Pedri. Ometimi a handle sa space we. Sa gap we ya edaha. Watch I say because Bastoni move kasa obe boape than the Olmo ye free. Me watch I say. Inti time will be an Barcelona say okay, no problem. Yeah, three no dey onjina say na dey biano on creative with oh hafinya no be wo inside send be ya ebeboaye nti the Lamine Yamal Dalima the Lamine Yamal problem with DiMarco and Agosto whoever will play no say if they don't find solutions to it they are going to suffer. And that is the honest truth because Barcelona set up to say omu attack here they want to leave 3 players at the back. What I said 3 players into Inigo Martinez any Pau Kubasi any say game we be Eric Garcia the begina ha Eric Garcia any 3 at the back. What I say then Frankie de Jong will be here if they want to push their right back which is Garcia na beboa Garcia move pe oh, Babesha, because always we need to maintain our 3 line. You know? But the problem with Barcelona is, you see, you possess, you lose possession. Nanko for a counter attacker. Look, DiMarco, or speed, or pace, Dumfries, or pace. It's the Viana Bayesi. Because Lamine Yamal already occupy wings, or on to me match, we pace, you know, already what committed. Your right back here. Frankie de Jong any sa pace. Until they be no counter attack be but essence Barcelona is set up in this way. They be no conforno. A lot of space to attack Barcelona's back. These are some of the things that see what game anymore are likely to happen. If the coach says he has a plan, he's going to double up on Lamine Yamal. If he decides to do so, the 2 Baha, Barcelona will have 1 extra player to dominate the game. And Inter Milan and Forno, would they be able to handle Barcelona in such a way? And they are the problem, Hey,